Thunder rattled the windows, rain lashed the glass. Renji woke with a start. He sat up in bed, heart pounding. The room was dark, illuminated only by flashes of lightning. He rubbed his eyes, trying to clear the remnants of a nightmare. It felt so real, though. A whispering voice, cold, menacing eyes. He got out of bed and walked to the window. Wind howled outside, whipping the trees into a frenzy. The storm seemed to mirror the turmoil in his own mind. Ever since he'd moved to this town, he'd been plagued by headaches and fragmented memories. Flashes of images he couldn't place, faces he couldn't recognize. A sudden chill ran down his spine. He turned away from the window and froze. In the mirror, a figure stood behind him, tall and gaunt, with eyes that seemed to burn like embers. It wore a wide-brimmed hat, obscuring its face. But even in the darkness, Renji could see its lips moving, whispering. He spun around, heart in his throat, but there was nothing there. Only the reflection of the empty room behind him. He took a deep breath, trying to calm his racing pulse. It was just the storm playing tricks on his mind. He was just tired, that's all. The next morning, the storm had passed, leaving behind a crisp, clear sky. But the image in the mirror lingered in Renji's mind. He couldn't shake off the feeling that he was being watched, that someone or something was trying to reach him. He decided to visit the old shrine on the outskirts of town. He'd heard whispers from other kids at school. They said it was haunted, that strange things happened there. He didn't believe them, of course, but something about the place drew him in. As he walked through the towering red gates, a sense of foreboding washed over him. The air grew heavy, thick with the scent of incense and damp earth. The shrine itself stood at the end of a winding path, shrouded in mist. It looked ancient, forgotten, a place lost in time.
Renji.
He turned and saw Aya, a girl from his class. Her long black hair flowed in the breeze, and her dark eyes sparkled with a mixture of curiosity and concern. He hadn't seen her since he'd moved here a few weeks ago. Renji, Aya, what are you doing here?
I could ask you the same thing. You seem drawn to this place, just like you were drawn to me. Don't you remember, Renji?
Her words struck a chord within him. Renji stared at her, his brow furrowed in confusion. Renji, remember? Remember what? Aya's smile faded.
We used to come here as children. Don't you remember? We promised we'd always be friends, no matter what.
He searched her eyes, a desperate hope flickering inside him. But her words only deepened the mystery. He drew a blank. His memories were like shattered glass, sharp and fragmented. He longed to piece them together, to understand. Renji, I don't remember any of that. Aya's gaze dropped to the ground. A shadow seemed to pass over her face.
I know. The Whispering Man took them. He took your memories.
Renji felt a chill run down his spine. The Whispering Man. The figure in the mirror. Could it be real? Could it be responsible for the gaps in his past? Renji. What is he? Aya looked up at him, her eyes filled with a mixture of fear and determination.
He's a creature of shadow and secrets. He feeds on forgotten memories, and he's coming for you, Renji.
Renji followed Aya deeper into the shrine. The air grew colder, and the scent of incense intensified. The walls were adorned with strange symbols and faded paintings that seemed to writhe and shift in the flickering candlelight. The paintings seemed to whisper too, their silent stories adding to the unsettling atmosphere of the shrine. Aya led him to a small chamber at the back of the shrine. A single mirror hung on the wall, its surface cloudy and tarnished with age. It was similar to the one in Renji's bedroom, but older, more menacing. The frame was ornately carved with images of twisting vines and snarling creatures.
This mirror, it's a gateway to the Whispering Man's realm. It's how he reaches into our world.
Renji stared at his reflection. He could have sworn he saw a flicker of movement behind him, a fleeting glimpse of the Whispering Man's burning eyes. He took a step back, his heart pounding in his chest. Renji, we have to destroy it. Aya shook her head.
No, Renji. It's not that simple. The mirror is bound to you, to your memories. To break the connection, you have to remember. You have to face the Whispering Man and reclaim what he's stolen.